Craig here. When you turn 40 and become a father, you have to specialize in either World War II or barbecue. And while I do enjoy World War II, I went barbecue route. So I'm going to talk about some of the basic things you can do to okay. Some of the basic things you can do to troubleshoot your barbecuing. So there's 3 basic kinds of barbecue for doing meats. So one is charcoal, and there's a couple different methods. You can actually barbecue with a Weber kettle grill if you use something called the snake method, where you put your charcoal in a circle and then just put the wood on top of it. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to kill some witch hunting. So I'll keep going on the different types of barbecue. So there's charcoal barbecue, there is electric barbecue, and there is pellet barbecue. Pellet barbecue, most of the I kind of look at as halfway in between barbecue and grilling. It doesn't really... It's halfway in between. So if you only have one device and you want to do both of those things, you can do that. Okay, good. So, I tend to favor... Why aren't you capping? There we go. I tend to electric, just because it's easy, honestly. Barbecue is a little more finicky, especially with the Weber kettle. You can do some... I'm not doing that job. With the kettle, once you set it up and get the airflow correctly, because that's how you control temperature, is airflow. It's pretty set and forget. You just gotta monitor it every now and then. But the electric, you just set a temperature and let it go. So to troubleshoot that, because I see, and I have seen some people, oops, I need to tear up. I have seen and talked to some people who have struggled with their smoking. If you're struggling, what's going on there? Yeah, why is that happening? Okay. He's wrapping. If you're struggling with white smoke, your temperature's too low. I mean, that's just all it is. I know the idea is to go low and slow, and that's almost always correct. But if you're having white smoke, you're going to be getting some really foul, acrid smelling smoke, and that's just not what you want. You want delicious smoke. So if you're getting white, billowy smoke, increase the temperature a little bit, or add a little charcoal, or something to increase the temperature, increase your airflow to get the wood burning just a little bit of a higher temperature. Okay, what we want now? We're still tearing up, but we're about to reach. I'm gonna go for. You can see they got active in the chamber, which means my guys can just go in and destroy it. That's one of my So, white smoke, too low of temperature. Add extra water by your heat, and the extra water will help. Will help to keep the temperature of the cooking down, but cue that up just. Where's that? Alright, artifacts should start doing a little bit of work here. So probably doing a lot of work. Catch them? No. That's okay. Xenotype root. None of you. None of you. We can. Let's bring artifacts in first. Take aggro. Okay. Oh, you can decontaminate. He's just got upgraded, but changed a slight bit. I'm still adapting. So, not quite. Did I? Wasn't smart to put tier up. Oh well. But yeah, these guys now. So, as far as wood choices go, I know that the typical, people are like, oh, mesquite or hickory or something like that, especially hickory bacon is the default, I guess. Personally, for me, I like oak. Apple. Oak I typically use for beef especially, and apple for Tyranid, right? They're going over there too. I go for oak and apple I just find it tastes better. The apple goes well with the flavor. Let's attack that way. With the flavor of the sweet. Oak goes well with steak. It moves up a nice flavor. I've seen a lot of, I've seen Outback Steakhouse cooking on an oak fire grill, and that's for a good reason. And if you impart that to steak, it helps it. Now, also with steak, that's one of my favorite things to do. Smoking. The oak and the steak goes really well. You have to be very careful with the temperature because once you get partway through, the temperature starts to go up really quickly. So you want to preheat your smoker, get the actual correct smoke, the light blue, lower temperature smoke. Sorry, higher temperature smoke. So the flavor of that light smoke, you've got a monitor temperature with a thermometer. sear, but later check on it. Maybe sit by it. It shouldn't take that long. You want to be as low a temperature can be still getting the blue smoke. And about 1:30ish, you're going to need to pull your steak and the rest, and then you go to the sear. It's kind of like reverse sear, but it's like a reverse smoke. Makes some excellent steak. Anyway, talking about smoking the steak. White smoke increase the temperature. Wood is burning. Blue smoke, thin, wispy blue smoke, that's what you want for a delicious temperature. Applewood goes really well with pork, nice pork butt on the smoker, applewood. You should be monitoring the temperature there. Pork butt should go to about 215, 220, 225, somewhere in that temperature. There's something called the stall that occurs. When that happens, it's usually somewhere between 150 and 170. What'll happen is the temperature will kind of stall, and it'll sit there and be very slow and not really budge. And you really have to get it up to 220 to have that really easily pull apart pork butt. You can just keep smoking it, smoke it longer. Pork butts already take a really long time if you're doing low and slow, and so what you need to find is either butcher paper or like some aluminum foil. I call it tin foil because that's how I learned it, but grab some tin foil or the butcher paper and wrap it. I tend to prefer butcher paper because it will help keep insulated the pork a little bit, because what's happening is it's gaining heat, but then it's giving off heat at the same time, and the butcher paper helps it to retain a little bit of that heat, and that will push it past the stall without drying it out from smoking it too long. So you want it to smoke a long time, but if you continue to let all of the moisture out, it will end up getting kind of a little dried out. You don't want that. You want nice, pull apart, easy to eat and delicious pork. I know I rambled, but that's kind of what I did. So anyway, see you next time.